All right, so we are in Job 20 through 25, chapters 20 through 25. Just a few little lessons that I got out of it was, you know how you see people, they seem to be prospering, but they don't seem to know who God is. And you're like, why are they prospering and why am I not prospering? You know, like people have this mentality that once you become a Christian, you know, God's just going to bless you and take care of you and all these things. And I think the thing is that the devil is not going to come after those that are already doing his bidding for them, right? So, you know, the enemy is after those who love the Lord, seek the Lord, and want to live a life for the Lord. And so, therefore, he's the one that's causing all the destruction in people's lives, you know, all the people that are believers. And that's why people say, once you become a Christian, you're going to be so attacked, because that's just how the enemy is. He would like to keep you from ever coming to know the Lord, but then once you do, he doesn't want you to bring more people to the Lord. And so that's just kind of something to think about. Plus, you know, your life here on earth as a Christian, it might be really hard, but when you go to heaven, it's going to be amazing. And that's for eternity. And that's so much longer, you know, that's forever and ever and ever and ever. Whereas the people on the earth now that are wicked or are not believers in the Lord, and they might be prospering right now, that's only temporary, because once they die, they're not going to have the eternity that we as believers are going to have. So that's just something else to kind of keep in mind. Something else I noticed with Job, he never gave up on God. He always believed in God through all the pain, just the truth of who God is. Now, he didn't like what all he was going through, and he didn't think it was ever going to end, but he just still hung on to the Lord. And something I got to thinking about is, you know, his friends all kind of came against him and were not nice at all. And something I thought about is, what if Job went through this? I mean, this is an awful, awful way to have to go through this, but what if part of him going through this was for God to be able to reach those friends of his? I mean, I know that's an awful way to think about it sometimes, and we don't like to think that we have to go through stuff that's so awful to bring somebody else to the Lord, but ultimately, it's about bringing people to the Lord, you know? It's about sharing with the gospel with people. It's about letting people know that we have a heavenly Father, and you want them to make it to the eternity that's beautiful and amazing. And sometimes it takes a lot to be able to reach people. And what if that's part of why Job went through what he did? I mean, I don't think that's the main reason, but that's a part of it, or could be a part of it. So my encouragement to you is, sometimes when we go through trials, it might be not because of something we've done, and not because of something we're being, you know, that the enemy's coming after us for, but sometimes it might be there's somebody that the Lord needs to reach through you, through your pain, to reach somebody else. I know the calling on my life is to help women in toxic relationships, but I had to go through a toxic relationship in order to even have that ability to be able to help them. And so I count it an honor to be able to walk on that path for the Lord. So I just want to encourage you today to just hang on and fight the good fight.